Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kamga, and in today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'll be reacting to a video by a Cameroonian YouTuber. Actually, it's a collaboration between two Cameroonian YouTubers, Kenna and Nessa. Why did I choose this video? Well, first of all, the video was shot 1 year ago, and I had a look at the comments on the video, and I thought it was pretty interesting, the differences that people had between the context. And just for some context, it's a video that compares, basically the title of the video is Cameroon is better than Nigeria, fit Nessa's vlog part 1. So I guess there's a part 2 on Nessa's channel, but that's the way collaborations work. But just the title itself, Cameroon is better than Nigeria, tells me that given, I would say, the already existing sort of, I guess, a cultural feud between Nigerians and Cameroonians, a title like this is definitely going to trigger people to, like, how dare you say that? I mean, if you look at the YouTube environment, you put titles that trigger people to, click the video, and then maybe they're comfortable, maybe they're not. And also she has, what was 91 comments, which is a lot. And I actually reached out to the group to ask if somebody had a controversial video to do that. So we'll be doing a lot more of these kinds of videos just to see what happens, because I want to start interacting more and giving my perspective on existing content, not just ideas and theories and philosophies. More like, all right, let's see a video, maybe popular, maybe not very popular, and get my perspective on it. So it's actually the first of a series of reactions I'll be doing on the channel. And without much ado, let's jump right into it.
After like 30 minutes that child was inside, Mommy, you're making noise.
Already it starts in the typical Cameroonian way.
After like 30 minutes that the child, Mommy, she's inside the other room with the children. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kenna and I'm a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Douala, Cameroon. Can you see this black beauty with me? Okay, she's Vanessa and she's a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria. Yes, and tell us more about yourself.
Well, I'm not going to say my age, but I'm
Okay.
a lawyer, or I would be a lawyer in November. I aim to be a businesswoman too in November. Apart from that, I'm a vlogger. I do lifestyle and a little bit of food reviews, restaurant reviews.
All right, that's already a lot of things that you're doing, by the way. Nessa, I think I watched one of your videos. I don't know if you're even watching this, probably you aren't. But yeah, that's a lot of things already. I mean, it's not even the content of the video, so let's just keep going.
I know that.
Okay, so I'm going to leave the link of her channel in the description box so you can go and check her out and subscribe. When you go there, tell her you're coming from this family so she can recognize you. Okay, so as you can see from the topic, we're talking about something interesting. We're talking about living in Lagos versus living in Douala.
I don't know about you, but I feel like when Kenna chose this topic, she knew exactly what she was doing. I don't know who chose the topic, whether it was Kenna or Vanessa, but the way her facial expressions just leave me like she knew exactly what she was doing when she was getting this topic. So let's see where it goes. Let's see.
As we all know, Lagos and Douala are both the economic capitals of Nigeria and Cameroon. So I want to believe that there are a lot of similarities. So I just put up a couple of points and we're going to be talking about it. The very first thing that I want to ask about Lagos is that it's something I don't know, it's just what I feel. Is it true that in Lagos, when you're just walking, you just see Ramsey-Noah, hey, Ramsey-Noah, hey, hey? That's what I feel like.
Actually, it's a little true, because you see them in rampant places. You see them in places that you don't even expect. I have gone to the mall to buy groceries, and I saw these celebrities in the DJ exclusive just buying biscuits.
Wow.
And I was like...
First of all, I have a lot to say about our view of celebrities. I mean, I'm sure there'll be more videos that I'll probably talk about this. I've never really talked about my perspective on this cultural propping, pedestalization of, I guess, celebrities. And I put celebrities in quotes because these are people who have some sort of celebrity status, but in a way, if you really think objectively about their celebrity status, they're not that big of a deal. It's like me with a few hundred subscribers trying to go to a place in Cameroon and be like, you don't know who I am. But anyway, like the fact that you don't meet people in random or in rampant, or you meet them, you know, in the street. I'm like, Nigeria has like 200 million people. Anyway, it's probably not relevant to the argument, but I just feel like this whole idea of meeting people that you don't know who are celebrities on the street, I'm like, of course, they're human beings. They also have to eat. They're not, you know, weird. I don't know. We'll see.
Hi. But I can't talk. Especially if you're not dressed well. You don't want to just look like one random person.
I know, in Cameroon, we see stars like
Yeah, exactly.
I saw Blanche Bailey once at Zepo at the bakery.
Yeah.
I was so shocked. I could not even recognize her. I was just looking at her like, this girl, I know this girl somewhere. I don't know whether that's the way it is when you see celebrities, so I don't know. But I was just looking at her like, I know this girl. She looks familiar. I couldn't even tell she was the one. It's someone who told me that that's that musician. And I'm like, she had already gone by the time they were telling me that. So, and that's what always happens. The other time I saw Daphne at my cousin's wedding, and I was looking at her like, oh, who's this pretty girl? She's so beautiful. I was just admiring her. And somebody said, that's Daphne. So I'm like, but that's just the impression I have though.
For those who don't know, you probably have no idea who the hell Daphne is. She's an amazing singer and a pretty lady who makes some pretty dang good music. Yeah. So I'd say her celebrity status is well earned. I feel like she's talented and she's just, I want to say she will go places, but she's really good. Daphne J, I don't know if she's changed her name. I think she got married recently or something, but yeah, that's who they're talking about, Daphne. So just some context. You can always just Google, it's Daphne. I'm going to put a picture of who she is here if I edit it. If I don't, then just Google it. You can do this stuff.
You know, but it's really weird because when you're from here, you see these people on TV and you're like, she's so pretty. And then you get to see them in real life. I've seen one wearing like bathroom slippers with messy hair, just looking anyhow.
You see, this is a thing. I actually need to say something about this because I feel like this is the thing about this whole celebrity pedestalization and the view that Cameroonians have. And this is actually very normal. Like this is I would say it's almost a default view that when you see somebody on TV, you see somebody on the screen, there's this expectation that they're sort of always looking put together all the time. I don't personally know these celebrities that I would say, oh, these are my friends that I've seen them in all kinds of states. But there's this idea, I don't know if you agree or disagree, that once you've seen on the TV, you have an image that has to be all upheld no matter what happens. Like you can't wear bathroom slippers. I don't know if that is proper to even wear even without being a celebrity. But when you are a celebrity, I feel like the people are even more, what's the word? I don't know what the word is. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I just think I guess the standards for them is a little bit higher. I'm sure I should read more about this. There's probably a lot to discover here. Yeah, let's get on with the video.
And to you, this is a celebrity you're seeing on the screen. You're like, I want to be like her when I grow up. So that it was all for show.
I know, and I saw a celebrity. She finished and then she climbed on the bike. I was like, Jesus.
It's all for show. Some don't have kobo. 50, they don't have.
Funny thing is, this is what, almost 3 minutes into the video, and they're still talking about like one thing. So I hope there's more coming up because I didn't come here for gossip. But what did I expect?
I was like, some of these people are just like us. They are just like us. Another thing that I really don't like in Douala is the housing.
Yeah.
Housing here, like this, my house, I have a really huge sitting room. A lot of people feel like the rest of my house is like this. That is not true. The bedrooms are small. The bath is small. The kitchen is small. It's so annoying. What about, I see very beautiful houses on TV. Is that the way it is?
No, actually, Lagos has beautiful houses, beautiful estates. Like,
but then you're comparing Nigeria. Oh no, they're comparing Douala comparing Douala and Lagos. So I guess that's why they're switching between that. But we'll see. On va voir.
Very beautiful, but the problem with Lagos is your price.
You don't
So
even
you-
have estate here.
That's
We-
another. No, you don't have.
I didn't
Like,
get
so
that.
you get the house you want.
Don't
So
even
you
have
have estate, like very.
It's so annoying. What about I see very beautiful houses on TV? Is that the way it is?
No, actually, Lagos has beautiful houses, beautiful estates, like very beautiful. But the problem with Lagos is your price.
You don't
So
even
you-
have estate here.
Okay.
That's
We-
another.
So the
No, you
cost of
don't
living.
have. Like, so you get the house you want according to your budget. If you have the money to get a beautiful house, it's fine.
I think that's the same everywhere, right? Even in Cameroon, I mean,
But are they like this face me, I face you houses in Lagos?
face me, I face you. I need to put my face to tell you this. Face me, I face you. For the uninitiated, this is pidgin. It's like face me, face you. It's like houses that literally, the exits, the main doors basically face each other. Like that's how close the houses are. If you're an American, you probably have no idea what this is because the way the houses are, separated, and you have all this individual space. In places like Boya, where I went to college, you have hostels, and you can actually be past. You go behind somebody's house, and you're in front of somebody else's house, and then you have a shortcut to go to the main road. I don't say it's a jungle, but it's a different scenario. That's why Google Maps probably doesn't work on the continent. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but I think that because of our terrible, very, very terrible house planning and city planning foundation, it's practically impossible to build a system that allows us to document and make a way to track houses and give addresses. So, yeah, that's face me and face you. Is basically the houses are like that, just choked and packed together to maximize space. That's really it.
They not really. They have like a little bit more distance, and the way the estates are, like they have structure, so they like build according to the plan. If it's like similar buildings, you have similar buildings.
Okay.
So even if it's like this, it doesn't look like this.
But one thing that I feel skeptical about while listening to this particular video is that these people, I say this, I mean both of them, they're really speaking in subjective terms based on their own perspective. So I don't hear any data. I don't hear any research-based evidence to back up what they're saying. So it's really just opinions, which in a way sort of makes me feel like I'm a little bit wasting my time. But I'm already here, so I might as well just get it done.
It looks neat, proper presentable.
I know, because what I see in movies, I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm always like, I would love to visit Nigeria. And everybody's like, people want to visit different countries. They want to visit a country in Africa. But that's just one place that I would.
Yeah, I would like to visit more countries on the continent. Honestly, I think there's so many places that we haven't seen that I would love to see. Only inside Cameroon, Kribi, Ebola, even the far north. I mean, there's war and everything. It's like there are many beautiful places that we don't see. This is Kenna speaking now. Her perspective comes from movies, and I'm thinking, well, of course you will pick the most beautiful houses and the beautiful sites to shoot this movie. So you probably not want to show that's like the whole idea of media as tourism, right? The places that you see are the places that you want to visit. So it makes sense that I will not pick the worst places, I think.
really love to go and just be there. I just want to say, I want to go to, how do you call that place? Ikeja, Victoria Island, Banana.
Okay.
Jesus.
But Lagos is alive. Lagos is like the only place I have seen. I had a friend who were driving.
She just said Lagos is the only place that she has seen, which basically reinforces my point that the validity of her arguments may not be very accurate. Maybe I'm just judging too harshly. This is just a video of two friends talking. Like, calm down.
By and I saw this man's house with his gate was transparent and all his luxury cars are just inside. Like you see Range Rovers, like Lambos, Porsche. It's like it's normal to them. Like in Cameroon, please, in Douala, I've not seen.
In Douala, first of all, you don't even dare to build your gate that people can pass and see inside your house, because they'll probably carry that car on their heads and take it with them.
That is not a lie. Like, no lies here. Douala can be a dangerous place for the uninitiated. True story.
A lot of insecurity. People are scared. People are just scared of theft. That's what I think. Because in Boya, actually, we have open fences and things like that, but it's difficult to see that in Douala. Houses are always, even my house here, that there's nothing to show. There's a big fat fence that you can't even see anything inside the gate. You cannot see anything. So I'm just like, and then that is in relation with safety.
Yeah.
How is theft?
They're still in Lagos, so, but like I said, it's all according to your money. You have estates where you have a lot of security. Even to get in, you have.
Notice how she calls it estates. That's a typical Nigerian way of speaking. I mean, from my Cameroonian perspective, I don't think we call buildings, houses, places estates. It's a little bit too elevated for the Cameroonian audience to use the word estate to call a building or condo, like it. Yeah.
Before the person pass through their gate, people, before you even have access. So if you have money, you live in a secured area. If you don't have, you have to provide security for yourself.
I know.
Yes. That's the world we live in.
The theft in Douala, it scares me. Though they have not stolen from me ever since the only time they ever stole from me was my phone. Just here in Bonaberi, just around where they get buses to where you stop to get down from a bus to enter Bonaberi.
So for those who, I feel like I need to be translating what Kenna is saying, given that this is not the kind of video that I've been seeing on my channel. So I know there's a lot of you people watching who have no idea what's going on right now. The way Cameroon is built, you really have to live in Cameroon to experience Cameroon. You can watch all the documentaries you want. I feel like it's actually the same thing for every country. You can read all the articles, see articles about, BBC, CNN, but until you actually live there, because what she's describing it was my day today. Douala, Rond-Point to take a car to go to Boya. Rond-Point is like this. It's a roundabout literally where you have cars that are sort of regulated to transport people from one part of Douala to a specific part of Boya, and there are different spots. I don't even know how to describe it in English because it's just so core to the culture of the country that there's no point of describing it because you don't expect anything else. You get the car there, you sometimes have to wait in the car for a long time for the car to get full, you get choked together, and then you expect the traffic jam to be extremely tedious from just the bridge. Then you expect to have to stop and pay money for whatever it is that people pay money for to people who, stand by the side of the road. And then you expect certain things like discomfort and length. So what she just said, it just reminded me of life in between Douala, Boya, or Boya, Douala, to go and attend events, to go and get things sorted out. So it's just going to be a little bit nostalgic. You know what I mean?
I stole my phone from there. People talk about theft too, but it hasn't really happened to me.
Yeah,
even
from me
in this
well.
my area, they tell me that they have attacked people on streets near me, but it has never really happened to me. And then there are places that you're even scared to go to. That one point when I'm there, I'm just holding my back. Sometimes I'm like, I'm even carrying.
That's just what I said. Wrong point. Dude, there's a video that I want to actually do a reaction to that I watched recently from Lenkonu. Let me know if you'd like me to do that reaction. She actually, dude, it's a real story, like story time. She got held with machetes and basically weapons. The guys broke into her car on the street, in traffic, under like, you will see that eventually. Let me know in the comment section if you actually want to see more of those videos. And if you've come across any cool videos that you want me to react to, send them my way as well. You can find the email in the about section, or just leave a comment and I'll check it out with a link or something.
Carrying nothing in my back, but I'm just scared. Like, hey, let me not start walking now. I'm bouncing with my back, and somebody pulls my empty bag. All my identification papers will just go like that with nothing.
But I know a lot of people in this Douala that have been robbed. Like I know who they've attacked in their houses at one point. So it's just, I guess if it's your day, it's your day.
I know, but generally the rate of theft in Douala, it's really high. It's really high. I'm just probably fortunate that it has not happened to me. But I know
you're blessed too.
Yeah, I know. Because I'll hear people, they'll say, oh, they stole from the neighbor's house. Just my next door neighbor, the thieves came there, not thieves, like one man came in there, met the girl, the nanny. she was there on her own. No, the nanny and the owner of the house. So he's like, he beats the owner of the house, and then he tells the nanny that if the nanny opens her mouth, he's going to beat her up too. So she just stays quiet. The man took the TV, went out of the gate. There's a place just near me here that they sell puff puff. Went there, sat and ate puff puff with the TV. Ate puff puff with the TV, and he had threatened the child like, don't scream. So the child was there still waiting. My neighbor was bleeding. The man finished eating, stayed there for like 15 minutes, ate his puff puff, climbed on the back.
So, puff puff is like, I guess the closest equivalent is donuts. And in Cameroon, you actually have sheds on the side of the road. People fry them in real time with like pap, which is like a liquid corn. It's corn that has been ground and then it's cooked, and then it's, the viscosity is higher. You eat it with sugar and milk, and sometimes beans. So BHB, beignet haricot bouilli. So puff is French for beignet, and I'll probably need diagrams to describe it, but it's really good. And it's really by the side of the road. It's really cheap. You can eat and actually get full with less than $1, and $1 is 500 francs, and you can actually eat with 200 francs and have a good dinner. And it takes time to eat that food. So for this person to stay in this place, eat with a TV, that shows you the audacity. Jesus.
And left. After the child had stayed in the house for almost 30 minutes, she now comes out and she's shouting, thief, oh thief. And people are like, where is the thief? It's like the man that was carrying the TV, and the woman was telling Papa was like, he was here. He sat at Papa and this before going. so I don't know. I just feel that the rate of stealing has increased. That's increased really, because my area was not like that before. But I just feel that with the internally displaced people that have come in and all that, people are struggling to leave. So
yeah. So what Kenna is talking about here is there's an ongoing civil war in Cameroon. If you search End Anglophone Crisis on Twitter or on the internet, you will see the information. The northwest and the southwest regions of the country right now have been in a civil war literally since 2016, when I was still trying to do a master's in English language. And you have people who've had to move, families displaced, people dead, hundreds of thousands of people who've had to basically change their whole lifestyles because now they're forced to go to a new town. But by the way, Douala is predominantly French speaking. It's the economic capital of the country. The northwest and southwest are predominantly English speaking. So people talk about an Anglophone crisis because these are the English speaking regions, but it's deeper than that. It's much more political and dates back to independence and the referendum and things that many Cameroonians don't even know. I myself need to do a lot of research. So what she's talking about is people who've come to Douala, probably they don't have jobs, don't have places to stay, or maybe they're taking other people's jobs. Like people complain sometimes about other kinds of people in other countries. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what Kenna is talking about. People who've moved and who, don't have jobs. Sucks.
Yes, let's talk about food. That's one of my favorite things because I love eating. Though I'm scared of trying new things. I've heard a lot of people say before that Nigerians don't have food. They don't have like a variety of meals. Cause
talking of food, I think I'm pausing this thing a lot. I'm not used to doing this thing, so I'm really enjoying it actually. Talking of food, there's this ongoing war between Cameroon and Nigeria about jollof rice. And I think there was a competition. I need to find that video, maybe do a reaction. There was a competition about some Cameroonians who won like an Australia chef competition, something like that. But if you see a couple of Nigerians or Cameroonians arguing about rice, it's often about jollof rice. I think there's even more videos about other countries that claim jollof rice, and Senegal, in all these places. But there has been this ongoing feud about jollof rice. So it's like a food thing where Nigerians will say Cameroonians don't have food, Cameroonians will say we have the best food. And it's this weird intellectual argument because the people who are arguing usually either don't know how to cook or cannot simply just cook the food and have somebody judge it. Like, I don't get the point. I think both parties just enjoy arguing it because, I don't know, the pastime or something. But yeah, it's a thing.
Probably like Cameroonians have a lot of different meals, but Nigerians don't have. Is that actually true?
No, Cameroon is blessed with food. Like, Cameroon is so blessed with
so she
food.
agrees with me.
Like, when I got here, the first thing I ate food, I had eru. After eating my plate of eru, I was so happy, I was satisfied. The watermelon is different, pawpaw is different. Like, everything.
Different, as in it tastes different.
Tastes so good. Like, watermelon in my mouth is as if I've never eaten watermelon in my life.
What if it's because you just miss home? Like, It's possible. I don't know.
Everything is different. Like the pawpaw is different. Like Lagos is expensive, so it's really expensive. You know, they sell here. They have like you go to the market, they cut fruits and like they sell. It's already cut. If you're supposed to buy that, in Lagos it's 100 francs now. You cannot have it. What will you buy for 100? Nothing. So it's here you eat and you're just happy. You're contented. We have a lot and for cheap. Pepper that you buy in the market in Lagos for 100.
She's definitely stayed in Nigeria for a while. She even her accent, she's Cameroonian, but even like the way she said like you have a lot. It's Nigerians who have an accent that you can honestly easily recognize. If you know how they speak, you can almost always catch it. And what I've noticed happens to a lot of my Cameroonian friends that when they move, they also pick it up. Like people talk about accents as if it's sometimes a bad thing because people move to America or to other countries and they speak weird. But this is a very clear scenario of someone who has picked up, the language and the culture, and you have to do it to adapt to a place. It's just inevitable. So I think that's pretty cool.
You not believe they'll give you 2 or 3.
But some people actually complain that Douala is expensive. Anyway, I feel like it's mostly people who are in like Bamenda. But for me, Bonaberry, where I live, it's not expensive food.
Bonaberry is basically Boya. Like Bonaberry is like the most Anglophone section of Douala, I think. So when she's talking about that, I'm like, anybody who's lived in Bonaberry will tell you that Bonaberry is not part of Douala.
Food is actually cheap here. But places like Bedo and Aqua, food might be expensive there, but here food is cheap. And I know that we have a variety. But I feel that this thing that people say Nigeria does not have food as a variety of meals, I feel it's because we don't know their meals. Because I see
Kenna is being politically correct. This is politics. This is politics because I feel like she's trying to bring the balance, and that's my thoughts. Like what she's talking about, I sense that she's leaning on the side of doubt to not push an agenda that could be potentially vicious. That's what I sense with this whole idea of, we don't know the food that they have, so it's possible that they have more foods, but it's just that we don't know, so it's cool. Politics. Caught you there.
different, when I watch different Nigerian YouTubers, I see different meals like afang soup. I just believe that they have a lot of soups. They don't have like different dishes like we have koki and
no, they do.
They don't have. I feel like they have like 1 million soup that they eat with gari.
They have different meals, but the thing is, it's so difficult to know because it's according to tribes. So each tribe has like their own soup or whatever. So what
like each tribe has like 10 different soups.
And what we see is just like what they show us. So if you actually ask a Nigerian, he will call like 10 or 20 different soups for you.
Funny thing about, for the little that I know about Nigeria, I know there are 3 predominant tribes that are the top, but I'm sure there are more. Probably need to do research. I know there's Igbo, Yoruba, and that's pretty much what I know. But although they're the predominant tribes that are most talked about, I feel like there are others. Whereas in Cameroon, you have over 230 plus tribes. And for each of these tribes, you have an independent meal or meals. So it's very possible that you can see the discrepancy between the kinds of foods that Nigerians have and the ones that Cameroonians have, because we have way more variety, which is great in theory, but in the practical application and the cultural, seamless nature of our interactions and communications and collaborations, it gets a little bit tricky. But I can see how the food conversation can lean more towards Cameroon getting more food, because we have a lot more variety from all kinds of soup, black soups, yellow soups, red soup, okra soup, nkui, bongo chobi, kondre. Like, you have all kinds of things. I'm sure you don't know half of what I just said, but if you Google all of them, I promise you will see a beautiful picture. Hopefully.
And how many do I know? And funny enough, you just mentioned afang. Afang is actually Eru.
I know, because I see it, and I'm always like, this thing is Eru now, but people are like, no.
They blend it though. They actually, they pound the Eru to do the afang.
Why are you
get what
laughing
I mean? But I came back, I had to eat Eru first.
I know. Wow. They pound it.
Yeah, they pound it.
I'm always like, I want to try that. I'll follow one of those recipes online and try it.
And then they have this one that they call F4. F4 is jama jama that they use to cook soup.
Hokuberry.
Yes. So like I was eating, I tasted it. I was like, is this not jollof?
Super, like put it
I would not even know the difference. Like, I'll just eat. I would never know that this is huckleberry or like, yeah, I wouldn't.
in water.
Like
Soup, like,
so it was not giving.
I'm
So
not
I was
missing
like,
anybody's meal.
so I was like, this is not how I do
But
it.
it's
So I
hard.
cannot eat it. So since that day, they have really good meals for them. And they have really, their rice is nice. That one I cannot complain. Jollof rice is nice.
But our own jollof rice is nicer. Though I've not tasted Nigerian.
Nigerian jollof is better.
Somebody told me that they blend everything.
Yeah.
They blend everything and put inside.
Yes, you don't see anything apart from like just the color. So it's just plain rice because they use like tin tomato and blended tomato paste and everything. You don't see any other thing. The only ingredient you can see is thyme.
Wow.
Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts. Like, wow, I don't see, I mean, I know I'm going to try it eventually, but I don't see how that will beat carrots, green beans, meat, like all these things I would get in my jollof rice. Like, I'll have to eat it to know. Like, at this point, Ken, I'm with you. Like, wow.
But if you know how to cook it well, then it's nice. People actually mess it up.
Okay, guys. So this video is, I forgot to say it in the beginning. I was so excited. So this video is divided into two parts. Part 1 will be on my channel and part 2 will be on her channel. So after watching this, if you want to, in fact, not if, you should continue watching part 2 on her channel. So from here, you just go to her channel and...
Yeah, we're going to end it there. So yeah, that was a video. Cameroon is better than Nigeria featuring Nessa. I don't know if there are more points in part 2, but I don't think I'm going to watch part 2 because I was expecting some dissent and some vitriol. But they were very politically correct, very nice about things, talking about food and buildings and giving opinions and really just sharing their perspectives from Nessa, who is, has been living in Lagos, I don't know how long, and Kenna, who's been living in Douala. So I guess it's just a chill hangout. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting some hardcore facts and things to back it up and a very objective, like, this is Nigeria, but the title was, like I said in the beginning, I feel like it was just made to trigger people to click and then watch and then be like, oh, here's what I think about Nigeria and Cameroon. So yeah, there are a couple of comments. You have some people saying that compare Lagos, like, yeah, Nigerians and Cameroonians always have this whole thing going where it's like, we are better than you are. No, we are better than you are. Our food is better. No, our food is better. Our celebrity is better. No, like, yeah. Yeah, who needs more of that? So thank you so much for watching the video. I'm going to be doing a lot more reactions. The next video is going to be a reaction, something similar to Nigerian Cameroon. I saw a video, Onana Nation, Cameroonian YouTuber, and Extra Philip Comedy, used to be previously comedy Divine. It's they had a chat about something about Nigerian music, so I'll be watching that. And let me know in the comment section if you actually want me to be doing more of these kinds of videos. It's definitely what I do, but on this channel, what you'll be seeing is actually daily videos, so live streams, reactions, and essays. So what you've been seeing previously have been more edited videos of me talking and taking my time to edit them. But I want to now start getting into providing practical perspectives on videos that I found on the internet. So this is just the beginning, but I'm enjoying the process and I look forward to all the feedback to get things better. So if you like this video, like it. My name is Kamga. If we haven't met yet, if this is the first time you're coming to the channel, I do daily videos, actually weekly videos now. Daily or weekly? I don't know. I do videos on the channel and videos around personal development, purpose, and intentional living. So if you like that kind of content, much more thoughtful, practical advice that have to pull towards personal development, but also an insight on how to use on a daily basis, then I highly recommend that you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you're going to see it. And yeah, I'll be seeing you next video. I'm going to put a link to the original video. Check out Kenna and Nessa. You probably like what their content is very different from what I do here, of course, as you may have noticed. But Kenna is doing a lot of work. She works really hard on her channel. She's a mother, and just making YouTube videos in both Cameroon and Nigeria, it's a very difficult ordeal. So as much as I was talking I guess I was trying to give some objective opinions about their videos. One thing that I cannot fail to mention is the fact that it's very hard to be a content creator on the African continent. Internet access is not as available as here in the US. Not just is it not available, it's expensive. Electricity, especially in Nigeria, is very difficult to have constant source of power to be able to upload and do things. So just the fact that she's been able to keep up with this journey for years, both her and Nessa, I think kudos to you guys. Keep making content and just keep making stuff. And to you who's watching this video, taking all the time in the world to do this right now, I really appreciate you. I think you're awesome. And whatever it is that you're going through that is difficult right now, I have a very strong feeling that you will look back to this time and be like, that happened for me. That happened for me to learn a lesson, to grow. And so I'm excited for the future and I'm looking forward to more videos. See you in the next one.